Engines generate the power needed to move your vehicle by burning fuel and air. The amount of air entering the engine is measured using sensors, such as the mass airflow sensor. The engine computer then calculates exactly the right amount of fuel to spray for the most efficient combustion with that amount of air. Turbochargers force air into the engine faster. When more air is forced in, more fuel can be mixed with the air to create more powerful explosions. While this might sound like it will result in a less fuel-efficient car, the turbo allows for smaller, lighter engines to be fitted, which use less fuel most of the time but have power when you need it. Inside a turbocharger housing, there are two fan-like wheels. The exhaust gases leaving the engine spin the turbine wheel. The turbine is connected by a shaft to a compressor wheel, and the compressor is the part that forces the air into the engine faster. Turbos get very hot, so coolant and oil lines are connected to help cool and lubricate all the moving parts. Many turbocharged vehicles also have an intercooler that cools the air and makes it more dense after it has been compressed by the turbocharger, packing more oxygen into a smaller volume of air for a more powerful explosion. The most common cause of turbocharger failure is a lack of correct lubrication. The internal shaft and bearings of the turbocharger spin at speeds of over 2,000 rotations per second, so correct lubrication is critical. In some circumstances, the oil passages in the engine become blocked with sludge as a result of using the wrong oil or not having the oil changed at the correct intervals. Running the engine with a low oil level or with oil sludge buildup can lead to premature failure of the turbocharger. Turbochargers are powered by hot exhaust gases and also generate heat as they compress the air being forced into the engine. If the engine is not running correctly, for example, if fuel injectors are leaking, the temperature of the turbocharger can be raised to the point that damage can occur. It's also possible for the turbocharger to suffer heat damage by turning the engine off immediately after a long session of heavy use, such as right after driving up a long, steep incline. Allowing the engine to run at low power for a few minutes after heavy engine use will help to preserve the life of the turbocharger.